Hello once again, Maize and Blue fans. As always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. Now, I saw a couple rankings online and stuff, and some of them had us ranked number 3, and it just made me think about what exactly our weaknesses would be this year, and just a few questions I had about this year. So let's just get into it. Now, my first question is, will the new offense click? Now, we have Josh Gaddis coming in, bringing in more of a spread look. We're getting more into the spread and 4 wide receiver sets and all that. But we still don't know if it'll click. Like, the offense can still have growing pains while everybody's still trying to adjust and figure out where to be in game. Like, practice and the game are two different things. So we might think they're going to come out clicking, and, they still have growing pains. And while you having growing pains, you can lose. So it's just, will they be clicking? Because, last year we all know we had trouble with the downfield passing game. Progressions would take too long, and Shea would get sacked, being back there holding the ball and waiting for dudes to get open. So this new offense with Josh Gaddis is supposed to get guys open faster and, speed in space, he calls it. So we're trying to get guys in space fast, and, but with that, hopefully that will open up the running game. And that brings me to my second point. Will we be able to run on good teams? Because since Harbaugh has been there, we've been able to run on bad teams and mediocre teams. But we haven't been able to run on good teams, really. And so on bad teams, like, we usually average around 200, 250 yards against bad teams, mediocre teams. But good teams will get like 100-some yards, 100. And I know people like, that's 100 yards. This isn't the NFL. College, you want to be around 200 yards. So on these good teams that we're losing to, we usually around 100 and some yards. And if you got just a bell cow and he's still getting that 5 yards a carry, and he's got 140, 150 yards, that might be all right. But we're getting 100 yards and we're getting like 3 yards a carry, stuff like that. That's not going to cut it. So I want to see, and the question is, will the offensive line be able to, create those lanes? But the thing about with the new offense, hopefully when we're throwing to set up the run, hopefully we're throwing first and setting up the run, and that'll open up lanes. But also, who's going to take control of the running game? Who's it going to be? Is it going to be True Wilson? Is it going to be Charbonnet? Is it going to be Christian Turner? Who's gonna say this is my I'm the lead running back. I'm getting 20 carries. Y'all gonna get my scraps. And if I'm feeling it, you might not get any touches. Who's gonna take care? Who's gonna be that dude? Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna come in? Who's gonna just take over like Mike Hart did when he was a freshman? Who's gonna be that guy? That's a question mark. Now, for my third question is, will we be injury free at the right positions? Because all injuries aren't the same. Sometimes you got a position where you can't afford to lose that guy. Like, if Shea goes down, we're gonna have questions. Dylan's never started. He's never started a game for us. So what do we have to do? Like, he looks good in his limited garbage time, but he could go through growing pains if Shea gets hurt, or if he gets hurt, Joe Milton. Knock on wood. I don't want any of these dudes to get hurt. I'm just saying, will we be injury free at the right positions? Because just like last year, Rashawn was hurt, but we had studs behind him, so we didn't miss a beat. They might have played better. I thought they played better than he did. But that's a position we're deep at. Like, if you get injured, let's just like if we were get injured at corner. Because college, any level. Once you get a corner in there that hasn't played, they're gonna start throwing at him. They're gonna test him. He's fresh off the bench. Let's test him. So that's just a question mark. Will we be injury free at the right positions? Hopefully we will be. I know we're gonna have injuries. It's football, but you gotta hope you stay healthy at your key positions. And if not, next man up. But that's just one of my question marks. Now, number 4, and this probably should have been higher on my list. Will Don Brown play zones when needed? Now, we all know Don Brown's resume. He's gonna blitz and he's gonna run man all game. But certain teams, you got to run zone, bro. Like your resume is out there. Good teams, good coaches, they know what you do. So when we play certain teams that are running that spread like that. Are you going to be smart and have the team prepared to run zones? Like when we play Indiana, OSU, if we play Purdue, like what are you going to do? Are you going to be stubborn and run man? If he does, be prepared to be when we play OSU with one of these teams for the score to get ugly. They're going to put up points. Like we'll probably beat Indiana and squeak out, but they're gonna put up points. OSU, we just gotta hope that Fields can't throw. And even if he can't, all he gonna do is drop back, sit back there, and while everybody's chasing because we're in a man, he's gonna take off. He's gonna take off as soon as he can. We've gotten beat by that before. So let's not act like him not being able to throw is just a guaranteed win. But besides that, it's just you have to get this team ready to play zones. You just have to get them ready. Our best defense that I feel we had was 2016 with Jordan Lewis, Peppers, and those boys, because they ran man and zone. I remember Mike McCrary getting a bunch of picks because he was a good zone linebacker. He got a lot of picks out of those zones. Sometimes you need to run man. A great defense, you're going to run both. So I'm just hoping Don Brown knows that now, like that you just can't do that against teams that run the spread. They know what you're going to do. They know you're going to run that man. They know you're going to blitz. But when they got we beat bad teams with that because they don't have the horses to deal with it. Good teams that run the spread, they have the horses to beat that stuff. Just like OSU did, Notre Dame, they weren't really running a spread, but we were getting beaten the man defense because they're chasing and, okay, let me just run. Or you just run man and the team has studs that are just huge and you just throw it up to them. So that's my 4th point. Don Brown, you got to put in some zones. It's just simple as that. Have them ready. You can't just come out and run zones against OSU. You have to get the team ready to run the zone all year because a zone, I have to know. You have to be deceptive when you're running a zone. Like, I know where you are. I know where my zone ends, yours begins, and everything. Like, it takes practice and it takes in-game to do it. So, you have to get them ready for it. It's just simple as that. If Don Brown don't have them ready to run zone and run it right, when we play OSU, by the time we play OSU, expect us to get throttled again. It's just the truth. Now, my last point is, will Quinn Nordine be reliable? I call him Knuckleball Nordine because he forgot how to kick. Instead of his balls rotating this way, they're rotating sideways. Will he be able to kick for us again? Will he be back to the dude that showed so much promise as a freshman, kicking 50-yarders and being just consistent? Like, okay, by the time this dude is a senior, he's going to be the best kicker in the nation. And last year, he's just been regressing. I'm not sure how he's kicking these balls sideways. If we may have to go to the punter and let him kick because he wasn't bad. But Nordin, he worries me. He's on my list because he worries me. Because we hopefully with Gaddis we'll score more touchdowns and we won't have to kick as many field goals. But you never know. There's always, no matter how good your offense is, there's gonna be games where you just can't. The defense knows what you're doing and you just can't get it in the end zone for whatever reason, and you need your kicker to put up points. So we can expect that to happen. Nordin, please get it back together. We need you. So those are my 5 question marks for going into the season. Even if we're highly ranked, which we will be somewhat high ranked, because I mean we got a senior quarterback, we got junior receivers that are all studs, and we got some young guns coming in. Our defense has been top 5 since Harbaugh has been there, so it's all pretty much there. The only thing that another question mark may be special teams. Special teams, and I don't mean besides Nordin, special teams, I want to see us get more yards on kick return. That's one thing I did forget. Kick return, I want to see us get more yards and maybe a touchdown, because that's something big to start off with great field position after a team gets a field goal or a touchdown and you just run it back or whatever. Like Ambry got that one early in the year against Notre Dame, but besides that, I don't remember our kick return game being anything special. But those are my 5 questions going into the year. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Y'all might have questions about, but will the offense click? Will the new offense click with Shea and everybody? Will we be able to run the ball? Will we be injury free at the right positions? Will Don Brown play zone? Please play zones. Mix it up. And will Quinn Nordin be reliable? So as always, like, share, subscribe, and go blue.